Welcome everybody, another day, another big box. Let's have a look what we've got in here. Don't actually know, this is one of those ones again where no indication on the box of who it's from or what it is. So just going to have to open it up and see what's going on in there. Okay, big box obviously. Some good, oh wow, very generous layer of protection. Wow, very generous. And then, I think that's the most protection I've ever seen. Aha, there we go. So this is Agemonia, or Agemonia, or however you pronounce it, no idea. Right, well let's get, got quite a few small items in here. As always with these games, this is one of these games that I can't remember, so long ago now, I can't remember what I pledged. Oh wow, I obviously went all in on the sleeving. That's very rare for me. I don't usually bother with sleeving for games, usually because it just doesn't fit properly in the storage solutions provided. Okay, more protective stuff. Oh wow, that's a heavy box. Right, I'm going to need two hands for that. I will come back to you in a sec. Okay, so I managed to get the other box out. Now this one clearly shows what it is. I wonder if you were just ordering that core box and not any extras, whether you might just receive this box through the post. It looks like it's sturdy enough. Okay, I tried to rest it on the big box, but the big box started to collapse. So here we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is a big box. Wow, okay. Whew. That is a big box. Right. Really good protection in here though. Very little chance of any sort of serious damage unless you've done some extensive damage to the external box. With it being inside that other big box full of all that other protection, really no concerns about the packaging at all. Right, well let's have a look at what's inside each part. So let's start with this really massive core box. It's a bit similar size, I'd say very similar size to something like Gloomhaven, Frosthaven. I'm just going to move the other box because I'll end up pushing it off the table. If we look at the end, this is quite different. This is not shrink wrap. This is just thick plastic bag material with the quite thick packaging tape on. Okay, it looks like we're done. Yes, there isn't another layer of cling film or anything underneath here. It is just this plastic. And I must say, it's so heavy. Not easy. Not easy. Wow, as I say, that is a big box. A bit maybe like Sword and Sorcery in terms of the length and width, Sword of Sorcery sort of size. Certainly not going to fit sort of alongside the what I call the more regular sizes. Okay, so what have we got on the top? We've got this. That's pretty. And what is it? Oh, that's brilliant. Everybody who's ever watched any of my videos will know not having clear instructions on how to pack everything away. Absolutely hate it, but this looks really good. Hang on. I mean, you don't know until you've actually used it, seen how it works, but what do we got? The images in the centre show where to place the game map and various books, trays and boxes in your game. Oh, warning here. This box contains many components that you should not yet read. Follow the instructions on this page to set up your game box for the first time. Then start reading number 1 in the campaign book. Excellent. Well, we'll use that. We'll see how it goes. I'll be very keen to see if they've done a good job there or not. I've seen I've seen some which start off really, really well and then just go downhill very quickly. We have got, wow, what have we got? Some kind of bunch of maps, really. I don't know if you can see that, there we go. Got a bunch of maps. It says start over here, it says start in the bottom corner here on the left. There's obviously several of these maps in here. I don't want to open them in case there's any spoilers, but that's obviously part of it. Then we have this. Now what's this? Whoops, okay. Here we have some sheets for keeping track of individual player sheets, and then here we have more like a campaign, I don't know, scenario record, party journal, so yeah, obviously that's important for something. This is a much more solid board. Okay, no idea how to use it because obviously I haven't played the game yet. Here we've got something else. These are like stickers, they are stickers, obviously for keeping track. So I'm guessing, and again this shows you just how little I've looked into the updates and exactly how this is played, but it seems like this is a legacy game. We've got an errata page, yeah. Rules reference book. Let's have a look. Okay, so we've got a good breakdown of the components. Well, I say good breakdown, we'll see, but I like the fact that they've got the back of the cards so you actually know what you're looking at when you're trying to count them all. We've got the standees, we've got each of the different types of tokens with the number. That's really good. That's assuming this is everything that we need, and it really is, like, you know, the numbers are correct. This would probably be one of the best component listings that I've seen. Quite a thorough table of contents. The writing is not bad. We've got a slightly sort of coloured off-white background, but because the writing is a reasonable size, nice black, good contrast. We've got hero trays. This is showing you how to store your heroes between play sessions. That's very useful. Quite nice colours, a lot of text. Do we get a few more diagrams or is it mainly text? It's mainly text, okay. So, yep, obviously this is going to be one of those rule books that takes quite a lot of reading. Do we have an index? Well, that's good. Well, at least they've got a sort of a quick look-up guide at the back of some type. Don't know how useful that is, but they've got something there. No index though, which is a shame. Right, then we have, looks like some kind of token storage. If we go back to our sheet from the beginning, we can put the sheet out. Look at this sheet. It's got to be this token tray. Conditions, generic. So it says generic is scenario, specific, ally, henchman, teleporter, mirror globe, toggle, and wagon, activity, wagon, boat, barricade, and pets. So they've been quite clear in showing you exactly what goes in each of these, which is great. Then we've got the spiral bound books, campaign books. They're quite hefty, quite a big size. Again, probably slightly bigger than I realised when you look at the campaign and it shows you the books. That I think I don't know why I thought they'd be a few inches smaller. And here we've got a tray with some. We've got a lot of dice. Really have got a lot of dice. Wow. Okay, so we've got a lot of dice. More dice, and then we've got the miniatures. Let's have a look at these miniatures. Plastic is reasonably soft. They're not going to win any prizes for extensive detail, but not, you know, you can see there's some texture on the well, whatever this outfit is. Let's have a look at a couple of others. Yeah, that's fine. Not the sort of size miniature that you're going to spend a huge amount of time painting up, but certainly not bad. And they fit in quite nicely. They don't press in or stick in, they just fit in quite nicely. Yeah. Show you a couple more. Don't actually know what he's carrying there. I think that's maybe supposed to be on fire, maybe? I don't know. Maybe it will show us a little bit of art on the cards. Oh, we've got a guy at the top. Let's have a look at him. He's bigger than the rest. Not the friendliest looking fellow. This one I think it said was for the standees and the bases. Another one. Well, that looks like a whole bunch of standee bases. Some kind of crystals. Don't know what those are. Just cylindrical, fairly heavy sort of cylindrical objects. It looks like those cylindrical things are talked about here. An action selection, a rethink sticker. Apply a rethink sticker to each action selection marker. Place an action selection marker in each hero tray, but do not place anything else in those trays yet. You will set up your hero trays once you start playing your first game. Later on it will be used to store your hero's miniature, hero board, hero book, action selection marker, action tokens, extra action board, vitality discs, stamina chips, etc, etc, etc. So yeah, so I'm just gonna have to follow all of those instructions. And then we have this view. So we have got some more boards. These are empty. No wonder the box is so huge. These are all empty. Empty. Whoops. This one's not empty. That's quite heavy. And empty. These look like the hero storage or maybe card storage. There's a few of those. Okay. Yeah. Oh well, there's some artwork when you want to paint your miniatures. You've got a little bit of artwork there you can use as a guide. No idea what's inside those. We'll have a look at that in a minute. Oh, that one's heavy. Okay. What else is in there? We've got silica gel. Don't eat it, even though you want to try it, but don't. And then right down at the bottom, giving it a lot of weight, is our token board. Let's have a look. I do not know what's in this. Oh, it opens that way, opens upwards. Okay. We've got some cards with card storage. Looks like just a bit of filler at the end there. Stop it moving around. How far down does that go? That only goes that far down, so it makes me wonder. There's some tarot cards. No, it certainly looks like that's been designed to keep, although I do wonder whether those just stay in there or not, but we'll find out. I'm sure it will tell us. Let's have a look at this side. Slowly. This time we've got just an absolute stack of tarot sized cards. Wow. And again, just some sponge there to hold them in place. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the quality of the tokens in this game. Right, well, let's just try a token. We push a token out. Nice. Don't know if you can see that, but there's hardly any visible. There's tiny tags. There's always going to be tiny ones, but hardly any. Doesn't resist at all. It's not left hanging from the tag. Really nicely cut out. Yeah, that's nice. And then the card itself, the quality of the card, it's thick, feels good, feels solid, and wow, that's good. That really doesn't feel like it wants to come away at all. That feels like they've really been careful how they bonded that. Right, well, what I'll need to do now, having looked at all of the contents of this box, push this to the side and I'll get the other items. We'll have a quick look at those. Okay, so the next box we're going to have a look at is this one, which it tells you quite clearly what it is. It's miniatures. I'm guessing that this is the standees, but in miniature form. This one has got cellophane wrap on, clear plastic wrap, whatever you call it. Nice quality wrap. I know some games it's very, very flimsy and that. This one is middle of the road. Feels like a good covering, protection from moisture, muck, but not so thick that it's very hard to get into. So that's a good sign that this is being well put together. I mean, again, your boxes on the Marvel Zombies from Simon, lots of breaks in them, poorly glued. Everything here seems to be done nicely. And what have we got then? We have got our miniatures. I like this. It shows you where each miniature goes in the individual trays. It lists out what they're called. So if you are having trouble putting these back in afterwards, this is going to clearly show you where everything goes. Loads of base rings. The thing is, we've got loads of base rings, but they're all red. Do we really need them? If they're all red, then what are we distinguishing between? Usually you have different colours so that you know which is which, but that just appears to be all red, so you might as well have none because they're all the same colour. Wow, that's hard to get. Right, okay. Okay, I see. So it's not designed to actually come out. Have a look at that miniature. God, that reminds me of the character from a computer game. What the hell was that computer game? Oh, I can't remember, but it was kind of undersea and there was like a diving suit baddie, but never mind, I can't remember what it's called. I'd say the qualities of these miniatures are slightly higher. It could just be that they're bigger. Let's have a look at a smaller one. No, I would definitely say that the detail is slightly more pronounced, slightly easier to see in these. Don't know if you'd agree or not, but I think that looks clearer. Again, pleased to report none of these are forced in. Oh, just realised I've got the camera pointing a bit lower. None of these appear to be forced in. It all seems to fit fine, don't have to wedge them. Oh, I spoke too soon. There you go, as soon as I say it, let me lift the camera up slightly, sorry, you can't see what I'm talking about. As soon as I said it, the very next thing I have to pull it to get it out. A slightly rotund gentleman. Yeah, so you don't have to really force them in, they don't click in or anything like that, you know, like really force, but there are one or two here where you do need just the base, I think, has to be sort of wedged in. But anyway, okay, that's that little tray. And then we've got this note to the manufacturer. There's no spaces anywhere around the box to put your fingers in to help pull this off, so you effectively have to push the cardboard and pull it to make space to be able to get in there. That's not ideal. Oh, okay, 2 rows of miniatures. The ones on the lower row not completely happy with their transport. We'll sort that out. I don't see any signs of damage, which is always good. So even though they've moved around a little bit, oh, there we go, there's another that has to sort of click in. So they've decided some of these are going to make you click them in, some of them they're not. I would have preferred not for all of them, but hey, don't get to choose everything in this world. got some kind of big slug type thing going on. Very nice. And snake type thing with little legs. Very nice. Yeah, I'd definitely say the quality of these miniatures seems higher than the quality of the blue miniatures in the core box. Don't know why, but that's just how it looks. And nice. Interesting miniatures as well, certainly some creatures and things that I've never seen anything quite like before. But there we go. That is the... If I'm putting that back, no, I was putting it back the wrong way around. Go on, let's have a look at this last one here, which just looks like a giant... I don't know what the hell that is. It's like a drill of some kind, I don't know. Oops. Pretty robust anyway, that's good news for me, having just dropped it. There we go. So they're all back in. Put these little lids back on. And that, as I say, is that. There we go. I'm now going to put you guys on pause. And I'm going to take a look at trying to set up the game with the help of that sheet. And we will see just how easy it is or not, and I will come back to you when I've done that. Well, welcome back. It's gone reasonably well with the packing, but not brilliantly well. First thing I would point out is that if you have got the plastic stamina tokens, then because of the extra thickness they don't fit, so I've just put them in this here. Now this is called the archive tray, and you can see scenario specific tokens and standees, and it tells you what those are. Now those are tiny, so I've quite happily put those in, no problem at all with that. Well, actually I think it's the wrong way around, isn't it? I put those in, that's no problem at all. Easy to find those, and then we have our extra activation boards there, so that all fits perfectly. Now this is really confusing. It says stock for item cards, but it can't be the stock. We've got two stacks of item cards here, this one, and you can see quite clearly if you put them this way, they stick up that way, the lid won't go on. If you put them this way, then obviously they stick up way too far, the lid won't go on. Also, this is referred to as the archive tray, and when you look at the rules and reference book, it tells you to take items from the stock or the archive. So I think there's something just wrong there. Of course, when I put these sleeves on, which I've ordered, no chance they'd fit in there at all. So I actually believe that this is supposed to be the stock location for the item cards. I believe that they'll all fit in their sleeves as well. I will confirm that. I'm going to sit here for the next hour or whatever sleeving up all the cards. But then we have other strange things. These tokens doesn't tell you where to put these, so you know, I'm just going to stick them in here. You know, why not? I've got to put them somewhere. And then we have one of the things that irritates me more than anything else in the world, which is when they get the counts wrong. So while I was packing everything away, and as I say, I'm mostly quite successful. It's nice, you know. When I got to which ones are these? These. I got to these item tokens. And for example, if you look in the instruction book here, we're supposed to have 12 of the 10-star size item tokens. So these are basically the large round ones. And it doesn't take a genius to 4, 5, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Great, I've got 13. Does that mean one of them is a spare, but I don't know which one? Or does that mean that there's supposed to be 13 and they just made a mistake? I don't know. I haven't found anything yet that tells me otherwise, so I just have to assume that that is intentional, or I'm going to start looking on Board Game Geek or other forums, see if anybody else has got an answer. Then we get these. I mean, these are totally, the count on these is completely out. Again, I won't make you watch me count them all, I'll just stack them up for you. Here we go. So I've stacked them all up into stacks of 5, and then got 3 left over. Now according to this, there should be 46 of the small round size, so these are each 5, so we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, that's 50, plus another 3, so we've got 53 of those, not 46, 53. Quite a difference, no idea which ones shouldn't be there. Couldn't find anything with a quick look through. I haven't read the whole manual, but I've had a quick look through at the items and items tokens section, and I'm going to assume that somewhere in one of the updates or something it tells you not to worry, or they added a few spares, or you know, I'm sure it's not a big deal, but it's just, I don't know, just one of those things that irritates me. If you're going to print the number in the book, if you're going to try and help people, just add it up. Other than that, what else have I discovered? Not much really. I found I've got this pack of extra cards, rituals, some sort of rituals. Obviously that was something I got, I don't know, I must have paid for something extra or whatever. It doesn't tell you where to put that either. But I'm going to have a look now and see whether if I get these cards sleeved up, whether they will actually fit. Oh, by the way, that's not the only ones where the count is slightly off. I think, if I remember correctly, the count for the 5-star size I think was off as well. I think the money tokens, I think the count for those was all spot on, but it was just these item tokens where the counts were different. But other than that, no big problems so far. I will keep going and see if I find any other strangeness. Well, that didn't take long. I'm back. They do mention it here. Hero tokens, 21 hero tokens, and then you find the hero tokens, and I've got them here. Again, it doesn't tell you where to put them, so I just use this for now. Hopefully something more obvious will come along. These are per hero, so you've got the different colours to indicate the heroes. But then when I actually looked at the hero tokens in the book, I find that once again we've got a little bit of a problem. Now this time it's not a count. This time the issue is just the picture, because the only place it talks about these in the book is here, and hopefully you can see the problem straight away. 4 red tokens, no, I got 5. 3 of those fine, 3 of those fine, 4 of the greens fine, 2 of the purples fine, 4 of the light blue fine. Oh no, I got 3 of those, so I've got an extra token for Venia, and I've got an extra token for Drenosh. And it says that there should be 21. So we've got 3 extra tokens compared to what it tells us at the front of the book, and we've got 2 extra tokens based on the picture. So there's actually a 3rd extra token somewhere compared to the count. So yeah, again, really irritating. Show us the picture, have the right number of tokens in it. Okay, well, welcome back. Wow, I've been sitting here and I've been sleeving cards like mad. I've got quite a few tarot cards left. Not quite a full pack, there's probably about 90 in there. So, and again, a few standards, but they seem to get the numbers there pretty good. Few of the singles left as well, so pretty accurately calculated. What I don't understand though is I've got all of these left, which I cannot fit in a box. Let me show you the situation with the box. So there we go. Just bring the camera up a little bit. There we go. So you know, this is packed full. I found I could get another couple in. In fact, I might be able to get the slightly fatter deck in. Yeah, I'll get the slightly fatter deck in. So I can get those in, but that's it. That box is absolutely full now. So I got nowhere to put those. I don't know what you're supposed to do with those. And then when we look at the other box, where we have the small cards, if I take the lid off here, okay, so this is absolutely packed. I've got all of the item cards fitted quite nicely, but then I've got all of these, which I don't even know what kind of cards they are, next attack, etc. Maybe they go somewhere else. I hope they go, whoa, oh geez, okay, dropping them everywhere. But I'm not sure, I can't see any instructions for where to put the cards. I've just tried to guess. I can put these here. I've crammed a bunch in here. So there's a bunch of these cards in here, trap cards, etc. It will fit on there. I'm fine with that. I've got these ritual cards as well, which I'll just slide down here. But it doesn't feel quite right. It doesn't feel like that's where they're supposed to be. Maybe there's something in the instructions that will indicate some other place where they're supposed to be stored, but I can't really think of any other places I've seen. Actually, that's not true. In the hero boxes, let's get one of the hero boxes. So in the hero box, there is this space here, which I believe is for the item cards. So maybe when you actually start a game, you start to take items, they'll go in here, you can store them in there. Maybe that's how it's supposed to work. But certainly at this point, just packing the game away, not easy to find exactly where the cards are supposed to go. Yeah, I mean, if I look at this, holds all standard and small size cards. Well, it does, just if I wedge them in really hard and pack them in. Tarot cards, holds all tarot size cards. Well, I'm sorry, no it doesn't. Having said that, I want to be fair though, most games that I receive have no sort of real method of storage. Storage has got better with the newer games, that's true. But quite a lot of the earlier games I bought, I had to buy organisers separately. Felder, the foam inserts, etc. They've got a lot better. This is obviously one of the best. I mean, these have all been carefully thought out. Probably all they needed to do was take this, which is excellent, but just go slightly further. Maybe instead of the pretty picture, just have another bit which just sort of shows you, well, I'll put these cards here, put those cards there. Just to finish it off, because it's almost there. It's almost the best that I've seen, but so close, but just not quite there. Can now use this guide to get everything back into the box, which I will do right now. So, as suspected, the issue is this all fits together really, really nicely. Everything fits in perfectly, just ready for the lid to go on, except I have a pack of tarot cards. I'll try once more to see if I can just wedge a few more cards into the tarot card box. Just to be clear, if they weren't sleeved, I don't think this would be an issue at all. I think if it wasn't for the sleeving, there'd be no problems. The cards would fit comfortably. In fact, you'd probably need to keep the foam, foam that they put in there to help pack them out. You'd probably need to keep that. But because I've sleeved them all, I think that is the issue. But I will have one more go to see if I can get those in, and then it's getting quite late here. I'll probably call it quits. I'll come back and let you know how that goes in a minute. Okay, rather than take everything out, I found an easy solution. The standee box has plenty of space. If I just take the standees out of the bag, in the bag they're quite bulky. If I take them out of the bag, just scatter them on here like this, then actually I think we've got a solution. Yep, no problemo. Okay, so it's not ideal, but again, it's all in the box, and that's as much as I need. It's all packed away, and I've got those cards in a little baggie, so they're going to be easy to take out of there when I need them. I'm okay with that. I'm happy enough with that. It's not perfect. In fact, I'm going to put this little Ziploc bag in here, just so I've got a bag in the future. if I want to bag those cards up again. That will do. Get the lid back on, pack this away. Hope you enjoyed the unboxing, and wherever you are, take care until the next time.